What's up, guys? Everett's live music. It's 3:20 on the 16th now of July, a day after yesterday's hot message. Yeah, Everett's live music. I wonder if sometimes lately I don't get any really viewers, but hey, man, you're doing a lot of talking. I know. I put out like probably 25 songs or maybe 30 on my channel if you want to check them out, man. A lot of it follows it all up, but I thought I'd comment on the heat and follow up on uh, yesterday's view. But here we are again today, and I told you today's supposed to be hotter, and we can see there that it's pegged again, huh? It's all the way to where the glass bubbles at the top. It's super hot, man. We were talking yesterday, and I was relating to some about like disinfection of water because I'm in water. Remember, when you bring it to those temperatures, if you watch the last messages, you got to hold it at that temperature, the water itself, for that period of times in different such matter, man. And the blacktop, that we're looking at out there today, and I'm telling you how hot it is and stuff. Do you know the blacktop, dude? It gets as hot on the blacktop as when you're laying it and it comes from the plant, that it's still applicable. It gets that hot again. It's gone through its emulsion, and it broke and it hardened, but it gets so hot again. You'll see, like, here, man, it's crazy. And like if you rode a motorcycle and stuff, especially like at night after a really hot day, the tires really stick to the pavement, man, because that tar has been heated up again, man, and it's like right and it's like an adhesive. So when you're really riding into some turns and stuff, it can be pretty cool, And we touched on that Roman thing yesterday. They were the first to like put the water in the sun. They weren't the first, but some of the first. They're suspected to be. Well before them, 2,500 years ago, Hippocrates. Let's call him Hippocrates, the father of medicine. He predicted that there in our water is where we're finding some of the contamination and the harmful organisms in such matter. There's so much more in the water than just harmful organisms, so it's all a big picture that has to be brought together, and the constituents, which are part of the water, have to be dealt with on the proper level. And that's what some of us do, man. Some of us are we're contractors, some of us are operators, some of us are both, but we're all in it, man. Some of us are rockers too, man. We're just, looking for that better tomorrow. And when I mentioned yesterday, with like the Romans bringing that first, not the first, they weren't the first, but they might have been some of the first to use the sun, because the sun also has ultraviolet rays, so it's gonna inactivate harmful organisms, quite a few of them. Some of the cryptosporidium, there's some other stuff. At times, it can be resistant to it, depending on the constituents. And for us, um, it just depends on that level of turbidity and other stuff that has to play in your water and different stuff. But it is interesting, man, that the sun and the heat and all that, I mean, it takes the water and then it makes it so useful to us through our intelligence in the years that have gone by, and the treatment processes, and the level of understanding of how this is working, and it comes together. And then we're able to apply these things when needed to provide safe drinking water for everyone. And we've gone to the next level quite a few times. So we're trying to hold it there and everybody do the best they can for one another. But it's interesting to go so far back, man, and hear about the lead lines and stuff. They started using that lead, and that might be a thing for the Roman Empire, man. We don't really totally know. I don't exactly. I don't study it, but it has been mentioned before in a plausible idea of part of the fall of the Roman Empire back in its day. And now here I'm in the desert, dude, and like this is like a Roman Empire maybe at times. And um, I think the heat and the limited amount of water that we have, you know, for this area and the restrictions that have been put on us recently and stuff like that. I mean, it's leading towards that idea that, hey, man, you've gone too big. You know, you couldn't just check yourself before we wreck ourselves. Because now everybody's got to have less water, so we can keep building more homes. And the numbers don't add up, man. But I'm questioning it, and I'm reaching out. I'm trying to touch on some of the other stuff at the same time, man. And when you hit me back and you follow up with questions, it would be awesome. We touched on other stuff, other places that have their hardships too, man, for geographical locations and just the history of it all. It's pretty cool. And then throwing down some good music for it, man. Hit me back. Check this out. Pick it up when I'm putting down, man. Ask questions, contradict. Let's talk. Like,